All right, week 7, Subitize 10 frames. So this week we open up a bit of a challenge for students who are ready for it. We're not just looking at quantities, but we're starting to build the foundation of seeing quantities as composed of other numbers as well. So the first thing you'll do is introduce the 10 frame. So you'll say, this is a 10 frame. How many boxes are there? 1, count with me, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Can you write it on your whiteboard? Give students a moment, look around, then show them. Oh, that's 10. Does anyone need to make any changes? You get the picture. That's why it's called a 10 frame. There are 10 empty boxes. Have them reset their boards, and we're going to look at it even more deeply. How many boxes are on the top? Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5. I wonder. Oh, write it. And then obviously show them once kids have had a chance to write it. How many boxes are on the bottom, do you think? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Write it. And then show them the answer. Now we're going to play a game. I'm going to show you a card really fast, and I want you to write the number it shows or write its name. So you'll click, a card will appear. You'll keep it for a couple of seconds. Oops, I went in the wrong direction, sorry. And it'll fly out, and then you'll say, okay, write what you saw. If you aren't sure, don't worry, you're going to get to see it again, but just think about it if you didn't see it, what it might have been. All right, here's your chance to check. How many do you see? Write it on your board. Let's see if you got it. It's 5. Remember, there's 5 blank boxes on the top row, so when it's all filled in, that means there's 5. And I gave you the answer, but you could also ask students how they know. That will prompt you. So Monday we'll have students doing it all like this, where you give them a card, it goes out, you have them write it, what they saw, you let them check it, and then you give them the answer. Tuesday starts the same way, but then gets more complicated quickly. So you'll show the card, it'll disappear. You'll ask students how many. You'll give them a chance to look. Then you'll show the answer, and then you have a chance for an extension. So it'll say challenge, write an equation to show how you know. And depending on your classroom, you may have introduced equations or not. But what I would do to explain it is I would say an equation shows what parts make up the number 6. So we have 6 there. So we're going to say 6 is equal to or the same as our top row, which is how many? 5. Okay. Added together with our bottom row, which is how many? 1. So our equation reads 6 equals or is the same as 5 plus 1. And so throughout the week, you'll have this opportunity where the first number that pops up will be the sum. And so you can end there. You can have students end there, or you can have students like we have a K1 classroom. And so it's good to have kids try. If it's above their heads, you can just talk them through it and set the foundation for them being able to write later on. So I would never force kids who are not ready to write the equation. It just gets them thinking about it and matching that sort of pictorial 2 rows to what an equation looks like. So on Friday, it's going to be a little bit different. We have a Friday challenge, or maybe it's, I don't know, it could be a little bit simpler, but it just gets kids to think about the 10 frame in a different way. So you'll say, how many empty spaces? You'll flash it really fast and then go through the same process. Write what you think you saw, check it. How many empty spaces? There it is. And then have a conversation about how did you know? And then they'll erase their boards and do it again. Ooh, so fast. How many empty spaces? That time. Ooh, so tricky. How many empty spaces? Oh, 0. So that is that. Drop any questions you have in the comments.